haunting since time began. Raw side paranormal seeks the truth, looking for some kind of real proof. Creaky floorboards and eerie dark mist. Grab your camera and document this. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the wrong side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. The icy air touches your neck. You feel like screaming, but you stay in check. All's rising up to take the magical flight. You can't believe what's happening tonight. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Tell you, technical difficulties already beginning. How is everybody doing? Did it get you? Did it scare you? I like to swap it up, keep everybody on their toes. How is everybody doing this Wednesday? What a day, what a day. At least we've got cooler temperatures here. Let's see who come to hang out with us. Let me see. We've got Al. Yes, happy hump day. I used to love that commercial. I don't see it anymore. Oh, you got to be kidding. Here we go. Yep, camera problems already, guys. Hold on just a quick second. Because God forbid I touch something. It's time to throw it out. That's what it's time to do. Stupid thing. Here it is. I think I have a bad connection, as I think was what goes on with this stupid thing. So it should be, come on. Let's try it again. Sorry about this, guys. Got to get this thing where it wants to stay on. And let's try now. Come on, come on. Yep. The problems we have, you know what I mean? Holy crap. I think it's time for some new stuff. Because that one's not working either. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with Avatar until I can get it fixed, guys. Sorry about that. Let's see. Susan, Al, Sir Pomp, Sir Wayne. Hello, dear. James, I see Ghost Cats. Welcome, welcome. Who else? Janice, hi, sweetie. And let's see, let's see. I know Miss Carla's in here. Oh, she's loving getting off at 4. Fantastic. I know it makes it the day a lot better, doesn't it? And let's see. I hope I didn't miss anybody so far. So far, so far. I think I got you all. I hope so. Hopefully, I can get this stupid camera working. Until then, how's everybody? Everybody have a great day. Mine was good until the camera got screwed up. How's it going, Mark? Like I said, great weather here the past couple of days. Thank God we've had a reprieve from that stupid heat. Can't stand it, but I'm supposed to come back. So I'm going to suck it up while I can. And the guest that we're having tonight, couldn't wait to get him on. I'm glad he rescheduled with us. It was fantastic. Excuse me. So without further ado, guys, I want you to welcome Man versus Ghost.
Howdy, everybody.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic down here in Florida.
So is it like melting down there in Florida?
Oh, yeah, it's been bad. Today we had some rain, but it's been really, really hot.
Oh, geez. I think everybody's getting nailed with it. Hi, Denise. Welcome. So, yeah, it's, oh, God, this pisses me off, this camera. So I apologize for the issues, guys. And you, Jared, I apologize for that.
Is it just like a cable issue?
What is, I think I hit, yeah, it's USB connection. I think it's faulty. I ordered a new hub for it, but of course they sent me the wrong one with the wrong attachment. So now I got to go pick up an adapter.
Of course.
To replace it. So, and I haven't had a chance to make that run. So I'm using the old hub, and it just works when it wants to. But otherwise, we can still make it roll.
Whatever you want to do.
Let's do it. It's working. So, just I like to everybody in chat and in the community. We always like to know a little bit about who you are before we jump into who Man versus Ghost is. So, could you tell us a little bit about who Jared is?
Yeah, I'm pretty much a simple man. I like to travel. I got 3 huskies. We like to travel around the country, going to different national parks. I'm a carpenter, so my day job, I work with wood every single day. And it's good work. Other than that, I like going to the beach. I kind of stick to myself a little bit, but at the same time, I like to be out with society. It's kind of weird, that mixture. But yeah, I'm a very outdoorsy guy. So that's my main thing. I like being outdoors. I like going to the beach, hiking, traveling, fishing, surfing, all that good stuff.
Nice. Yes, I like a guy that works with wood. I grew up, my father and all them carpenters. My husband does that, and so I'm the type of girl that will go to Home Depot and hit the lumber aisle just so I could smell the fresh lumber.
I do the same thing.
Yes, okay. So you're the same weirdo like me. So
Oh, for sure. I like smelling cedar. That's my favorite thing to smell.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. So yeah, that's great. Let's see who's popped in while we've been chatting. Hey, Megan, how's it going? I think she's the only one that snuck in on us. And Denise, I think I said hello to you, sweetie. How's it going? Yeah, love outdoors. Same thing, hunting, fishing, camping. I love hanging out in the woods. And every chance we get, that's where we head, is up to the mountain, and we just disappear. And it's kind of like a recharging of the batteries.
What part of the country are you in?
We're in it's central New York, so I'm at the foothills of the Adirondack Mountains.
Yeah, it's beautiful up there.
So yeah, just we hid for the mountain, and that's where we hang out, by the lakes and in the woods. And I hear, oh, aren't you afraid of the bears? The bears don't want us; they want our garbage. So just don't leave your garbage out, and you're all right. So
yeah, black bears don't typically bother me. It's more brown bear that I'm worried about.
Right.
Because grizzlies, that's a whole different animal right there. They're carnivorous.
Yeah. They actually want you. They don't.
Oh yeah, yeah. They want
Stay
you.
away from that one. Yeah, really, that's scary. But here, I always tell everybody, unless you got a pork chop hanging around your neck, they don't care about you.
Yeah,
They
that is
want the
true.
garbage.
That is true.
So if you follow the rules, and which we always do, and I mean, my family's been going up there, 80 years, and we've never heard of a bear attack. So you
Hmm.
got more chance of getting hit by a bobcat than you would, or even a
Hmm.
buck, because they'll come
Hmm.
around looking for stuff too. But otherwise, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're right.
Laura hangs out. Yeah, I got Gail. Yeah, I hang out with Bigfoot. I really didn't realize there was such a big deal about Bigfoot up in the Adirondacks, but there is.
Oh yeah,
And then I had a friend who actually had an encounter up there. Scared the hell out of his daughter. And
really?
oh yeah. Because her father thought it was just a bear, and she says no. And this girl never swears. And she says, no, I know what an effing bear looks like. It was not a bear, and we need to leave.
That's wild.
And as they were headed back down the trail, they heard this horrible, like, scream or yell, and her father's like, "What the hell was that?"
Mhm.
And it was pretty much just telling them, "You better get the heck out of here."
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah. So yeah, she said it was about 8 foot tall,
Holy
all in
moly!
dark brown fur, and it had some white in it, and it was staring right at it. It was watching her, stared right at her, and she just pretty much shit herself.
Did she say anything about the stench? Not her shitting herself, but the Bigfoot.
But
Mhm.
she didn't mention it. I think she was just so in shock, and fear took over, and she just turned around and bolted. So I don't think she even gave it a second thought. But there was a lot of odd things that happened while they were on their way down the trail before she even encountered it. The trail that they were on, it's all lined in pine trees.
Mhm.
And they noticed that there was a thick birch branch, like somebody had drove it into the ground with a hammer because they couldn't pull it out. And then on their way back out after the encounter, almost in the same area, but on the opposite side of the trail, was another birch branch. It
Hmm.
was drove into the ground. Now, if somebody did that with a rock or a hammer or something, you would have heard the banging.
Oh yeah,
And
for
they heard
sure.
nothing. Yeah, they heard nothing, and he couldn't pull it out of the ground. So he's like, and then he noticed, wait a minute, there's no birch trees around here. It's all pine. So where the hell did it come from? So yeah,
What do you think those pieces of wood were for? Were like markings, like some kind of markers?
could have been marking
Yeah.
his territory, something like that. But yeah,
Hmm.
and so that's when I had. After that happened, I had a Bigfoot guy come on who does the Adirondacks, and he goes, "Oh yeah," he goes, "There's been sightings for years," and I'm thinking, "Oh shit."
Oh,
Never knew that.
oh, they got them down here too in Florida, but they're called swamp apes, I think.
Right, right.
I've never
So it's
seen
funny how
one, but
everybody,
I've
yeah,
heard stories.
funny how everybody's got their own name for them.
Hmm.
Hello, Julie. Welcome, sweetie. Hey, Ryan. How's it going? So yeah, it was definitely an experience, and they were originally from up here, and they moved down to Florida, and they were up here for a wedding when this
Okay.
happened. So he wants to come back up next time for a visit, and he wants to go back down that trail because he wanted to investigate, but she was so scared,
Hmm.
and she's not little, a little thing. She's 6 foot tall, this girl. So I mean, she could take care of herself. But when you see something like that, and she just, yeah, pretty much shit herself. So
That's the kind of thing that changes your life when you see something like
oh
that.
yeah.
Everything, the way you think about things. I mean, I know in my personal life when I have seen things, it just changed everything. It turned my whole life upside down. But maybe in a good
Right.
way, maybe expand your mind.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, ma'am. How's it going? Just heading to bed listening. Thank you for the live. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining. Um, Also, guys, just please remember to hit the like button, comment,
Yeah.
subscribe to Man versus Ghost, all the bells and the whistles. And also, if you guys don't know, I finally made it. My merch shop is open. So if you want to check out that stuff, just to let me know if you like any of it and if it's cute or if it sucks, let me know. Oh, one or the other. Okay, so you're a very outdoorsy person. What brought you? I actually want to know, where did the name come from? Man versus Ghost.
You know, I was sitting there thinking about a name for the channel, and it just kind of popped in my head because, long story short, I grew up believing that all spirits were demons. Um, so I kind of had this idea where it's like me against the ghosts, but now I'm starting to find out that it might not just be all demons and angels. Um,
Uh-huh.
so the name kind of came with like me against the ghosts, like I was fighting demons pretty much. Um, but that's kind of changing. The more and more I go to these haunted locations, I'm starting to believe that there might be human spirits as well.
Right. Very interesting. Hi, Leanne, sweetie. How's it going? So this was going to be my next question is what are your beliefs as far as what we become after we've passed on?
Well, I'm a Christian. I don't like to say Christian as a title. I'm just a follower of Jesus. I believe in love. But I mean, from what I have known for my entire life, is when you die, you either go to heaven or hell. But at the same time, I'm starting to find out that there are some human spirits. So there's another question in itself. Like, what's the third option there? Do we stick around? And if you do, what are the requirements for you to be able to stick around? So I don't know.
Right.
There's a lot of questions.
So yeah, so you're in it for the same as we are, is to find out what the truth is and
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
what we're witnessing. Have you had any personal experiences that drove you towards the paranormal field?
Oh, yes, quite a few. The first memory that I've ever had growing up, most people maybe remember, playing around with their dad or going to a water park. Mine was, I was sleeping and I had woken up. Something woke me up and something walked through my door. And it was this man. He was real tall, but as a kid, everything looks tall to you. So he walks through my door, and I remember vividly seeing he had like some kind of burn or a sore around his neck.
Oh,
I don't know why that always stuck out to me over after all these years, but it was kind of like a rope burn. Now, me being an adult looking back,
right.
so he walked in and then he just kind of disappeared. And ever since that moment in time, I've had experiences throughout life. And typically it's on the darker side of things. Until recently where I have been experiencing human spirits. It's always been demons or demonic activity. I know some people don't believe in demons. That's completely fine.
Right.
But that's kind of been all of my experiences growing up was demonic entities. So,
What makes you feel that they were demonic?
just from hearing about other people's experiences, like let's for example, I've seen the Hat Man, I guess they call it. Um, I was in my mom's house. This is before I had left for the army and all that. And I was sitting on my bed, and I was looking into the kitchen, and looking into the kitchen, you could see the microwave, and it had green numbers on it to let you know the time. And it just realized I couldn't see the numbers, so something was blocking it. And as soon as I had that realization, I saw it move, and it had like this cape on. And the reason I think it was demonic was just you have an internal radar in your body, I believe, that tells you when something isn't good or something is good, and it didn't feel good. And that was the first time that I had seen what I think is something demonic. It might not have been, but to me it felt that way.
All right. So yeah, it just gave off that negative vibe. So you were uncomfortable.
For sure. I mean, I chased after it, and I was like, get out, get out right now in the name of Jesus. You got to go. Um,
There,
but
yeah. Always take control of the situation.
yeah, yeah. And that's kind of where the whole Man vs. Ghost title channel name comes from, is
Fantastic.
that experience.
Oh, all right. So yeah, that's great. That makes sense. So yeah, it's like us against or up against them or whatever that's out there. So that's a great name. So it's and it suits.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Now, as far as your team goes, who is in your team and who goes out with you?
Okay, so I have two partners. One is Jason, and the other is Tanner. Tanner just kind of came along onto the team, but he has a lot of experience in the paranormal as well. And Jason, he has I think he has like a Catholic background, so he has a little bit different tool set he brings to the team, which is great. I think he was actually part of exorcisms or something like that back in the day.
Oh, okay.
But he comes with a he comes with an open mind as well. And he doesn't think everything's just demons or angels. He believes there's human spirits. And then the fourth partner actually is my friend Riley, which I call her Captain Riley. She went to Trans Allegheny with me in Indiana State Sanatorium. And she's great because she has this happy-go-lucky vibe about her. She's always smiling. So she brings a very interesting tool set to the team as well.
All right. Now, on the when you're doing investigations, does everybody have a specific job that they do, or you just generally work as a team together, or you separate? I mean, how does the investigation?
We haven't evolved to the point where we have set aside specific jobs. We just kind of go and we work as a team, and then we try and challenge ourselves throughout the night. Like there is when I went to Old Hamilton County Jail, one of the challenges was I had to be handcuffed to one of the cells. Well, I think I was handcuffed inside the cell. So what we're trying to do basically is go into a location, keep an open mind. We don't typically use a lot of gadgets and gizmos. We do more like digital voice recorders, call and response. There are sometimes we will use, the little cat balls and stuff like that. But we try and keep it basic because if a place is haunted, you're going to see stuff and you're going to hear stuff. You don't need all those gadgets to tell you if something's haunted. And I honestly don't know if I trust all the gadgets, to be honest with you. But what I can say is I trust my eyeballs. So come back to your question. No, we don't really have any specific roles within the team.
Right.
We just go all together. We kind of feed off each other, and we just kind of let the location lead us, if that makes sense.
Right. Oh no, definitely. Because yeah, that was going to be one of my questions. Is what are your feelings about all of the gadgets and apps, and have you ever even
Yeah,
experimented with them?
yeah, I have experimented with all of them, and I will be honest. In the beginning, I did believe the Spirit Talker app. Like it would say something, and I would just be floored. I'd be like, "Oh my god!" But I realized what I was doing is what I was trying to make that word fit the situation every time. And then once I realized that, I was like, "I'm doing this all wrong." You can't allow the app or the gadgets to lead the investigation. You have to
Exactly.
lead the investigation and mix in the gadgets to kind of spice it up. And I understand why YouTubers use those gadgets and apps because it makes for an exciting video. That's it. It doesn't
Right.
it doesn't really give you any credible paranormal proof. It just makes for a good video. And I've gotten to the point where I'm real tired of watching those videos because all it is apps and gadgets and people screaming and hollering and running around. Just slow your roll
All
and
right.
just talk to them. Talk to the ghost. That's all you got to do. If it's haunted, you're gonna see it's haunted. You're gonna hear that it's haunted. So that's how I feel.
Exactly. I love your attitude. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's old school, and you're going out and doing it in a modern way, and that's fantastic to see, because yes, YouTube is flooded with all of the people using and I don't have anything against it. If
Mhm.
that's how you work, that's how you work. But I don't think that we're getting accurate data from pre-programmed applications and stuff that's made out of just bells and whistles.
Right.
Hi ABZ, welcome. So it's yeah, I love it that you've used them, you've done I would, and I always encourage people still do the experiments, but
Yes.
don't let it run your investigation.
Uh-huh.
And I love it that
100%.
you feel the same way. Yeah, that's
Yep.
great.
Yep. 100%.
Now, have you gotten anything out of any of them that you would consider questionable?
Yeah, I have. There was one incident at Trans-Allegheny, where I captured this kind of shadow-like feature crawling towards a REM pod, and then the REM pod went off. So to me, maybe that was paranormal. But as far as the apps, no, I can't sit here and say that I thought anything was credible from an app. The only thing I would find a little more credible, and this might be contrary to what a lot of people believe, is I'll put a rag on the ground and I'll set the cat ball on the rag, and if it lights up from me asking the question, I think that's pretty credible.
So, you're the first one I've heard that's done that with placing it on something
Yeah.
to
You-
keep it stable.
Yeah, keep it from moving, but at the same time, I've never really noticed a cat ball going off randomly. That's my personal experience. It's the only
Right.
time it goes off. Well, let me take that back. Maybe I have seen it once or twice go off randomly where I'm like, "Oh, cat ball's going off." But most of the time it goes off because it's whatever I'm talking to is answering me by lighting it up. I can't call it 100% paranormal, but it is it's peculiar for sure.
Right. Something to document. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had any luck with cat balls. My cat won't even play with the cat ball. Put it that way. So,
That ain't good.
yeah. So yeah. Well, I don't think that it'll work well for. And I do mostly outdoor work, so that's not something credible that I could use.
Right.
Hi Joe, welcome. So, but at least you're experimenting, you're documenting what you're finding.
Mhm.
And then, everybody could just make up their own decision whether to throw it out or keep playing with it.
Yeah, I have a saying: is if there's any doubt, throw it out. As far as
Exactly.
evidence.
Exactly. Because, nothing is ever exactly 100%.
No.
As far as camera work goes, have you ever caught anything on camera?
I have. Let me think back. The only thing that I have caught visually on camera, I've had personal experiences, but on camera, I can't call it 100% paranormal. I can't. I'll be honest with you, Laura, but at the same time, it's strange. It's in my Trans-Allegheny video. It's on the 4th floor, and what makes it strange is the 4th floor of Trans-Allegheny is supposed to be the home of the crawler, the creepy crawler, they call him. And on one of my static night vision cameras, there's this shape. It starts from behind the door, it grows in size, and you can almost see like limbs reaching out. And then it just disappears. So that's the only thing that on camera visually. But I mean, I have probably a dozen audio recordings. No, probably a little bit more. To be honest with you, I have had one experience with Riley, Captain Riley at Indiana State. I wish I got this on camera. This was the wildest thing. So I don't know if anyone's been to Indiana State Sanatorium. If you're at the nurses station, it splits off into 4 different directions. So we're right there in the middle hub, and we're looking down this hallway, and my camera light illuminates the hallway, and we both see this man-sized spider-like thing darting across the hallway. And we looked at each other. We were like, did you see that? It was almost unbelievable, you know.
Right.
I wish I had it on camera because that was wild.
It never shows up on camera. That's the problem.
No,
And yeah, ABCs, yeah, I think those hide from cameras. They might. Who knows?
for
You
sure.
know, you're lucky if you do catch one. Speaking of cameras, everybody that popped in, my camera's not working. That's why I Avatar tonight. Sorry about that, guys. Um, so as far as I mean, you've been to several places. What place have you found that is most, I don't even say exciting, but where you've caught the most activity?
Okay, so the most activity in a variety stance, I would say Trans Allegheny. But as far as the creepiest, where I have gone and it's just so thick, like I hate to use the D word, but I believe there is a D word there, and it's Indiana State Sanatorium. That place, it was so freaky. The first time I went by myself. That was a dumb move right out the gate.
Yeah, yep.
Stupid move. And by 1 a.m., I'm in my car, and my eyes are just looking down in the floorboard because I don't even want to look out my window and see anything because I was so scared of this place. And then the second time I went, it was a little better. You know, I had Riley with me, but it was still spooky as hell. So if y'all have not gone there, that place is like Disney World for the paranormal.
Wow.
It's scary.
Do you plan on going back again?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just I'm down here in the deep south pocket of Florida, so it's hard for me to shoot all the way up there, but I want to go back so bad as soon as I can. But September 1st or the end of August, I'm actually going on a West Coast trip, so make sure y'all hit that bell notification because I got a few little surprises of some locations that people have not done a video at. I'll just say that.
Nice. So we look forward to that.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, because I always, shout out and say it's great that people go to the well-known locations, but we like to see places that nobody's been to
For sure.
and something to experience something new.
Mhm.
And now, if you do experience something like when you're doing, what kind of testing do you do? Do you do atmospheric testing or temperature tests when you're having those experiences, the heaviness or the uneasy feeling? Do you try to test that the air around you or the temperature? Or
Yeah, I do the temperature. As far as like barometric pressure and things like that, I don't. I have been looking into some equipment to be able to do that because I want
Right.
to start creating like a log of my computer is full of like evidence, audio, visual, all that. But now I want to start creating kind of like a diary, a log of each location, and really do it the scientific way. Write down the time, the temperature, the pressure, the contrast of the temperature. So that's something that is coming. But I do that personally. I'll make sure I take temperature just to see if the actual temperature is dropping and matching with the experience that I'm having, for sure.
right. So have you experienced that where you've gone in somewhere and you'll hit cold spots?
Yeah, Indiana State Sanatorium, for sure. Not even just cold spots. There was one event, we were walking in the admin building. We were going up to the third floor, and we both instantly almost fainted. Like, it was the weirdest thing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like you lost consciousness just for a split second. And then I didn't say anything for a few seconds, but I was like, man, I just felt so weird right there. And Riley was like, me too, I almost fainted. I was like, what? So I have had physical sensations, for sure.
Right.
And those are the ones I can't explain, especially when someone else experiences the same exact thing. You know,
Right. And at the same time that you were having
the same
experience.
same exact time. And what was wild is I looked up symptoms of tuberculosis, and feeling faint was a symptom, and that was a tuberculosis ward sanatorium. So
Right.
I don't know if maybe a spirit passed through that area and we kind of felt what it had felt when it was alive. I don't
Right.
know. I don't know.
Oh, pretty. That's pretty interesting. So yeah, I would definitely go back and
Oh
if you
yeah,
can, document more of those events, that would be great.
for
Um,
sure.
yeah, it's good to have that opportunity. Do you have anything local that that you're going? Of course, you probably don't want to spoil it. I want to say anything local that you plan on investigating so that we could share in the experience.
See, local, that's what makes it difficult. Where I'm at in Florida, yeah, there are haunted locations, but most of the time they're like hotels. And yeah, and I'm not sure how I feel about that because you have to be kind of confined to one room. You know, you can't really.
Right.
You could wander the hotel if you wanted to. We do have. It's gonna sound strange, but we have a public bathroom in front of the St. Petersburg Pier that's supposedly really haunted. But I just don't know how to work myself up the courage to go with the camera and be like going in and out of the bathroom while people are walking by. You know, like what the hell is this guy
Right.
doing?
Bert.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh,
But
jeez.
we don't have much here in St. Pete. You know, it's not like we have a sanatorium or a haunted prison or an old assisted living facility. We don't have any of that here.
So yeah, actually, I see a ghost. That's a good idea. You could use a smartwatch to track how your body is reacting.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
It is a great idea.
Good call. Good call. Mm-hmm. You can get
Yeah,
your heart rate on there and what blood
right.
pressure. Yeah.
That's a fantastic idea. I never even thought of that because I don't own a smartwatch, but that's that's an excellent idea. So
Yeah.
there you
Good
go.
job.
Hi, Spectral Whispers. Actually, Spectral Whispers, I need you to contact me if you can when you get a chance. Thanks. Yeah, so that's actually an awesome idea because then yeah, you're going to get everything that your body is going through at that moment. So God knows what you would have picked up if you had one that day.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing that you were just feeling dizzy, but it would have caught everything else. That would have been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, are you guys runners or are you chasers? And what I mean is that when you have an experience or you see something, do you run after it or chase
Oh.
after it, or do you run the other way? Because a lot of, that annoys me. You're there investigating and everyone starts screaming and starts running out the door.
No, I run after it. Yeah, for
All
sure.
right.
Yeah, like I'll see something, I'm like, let's go down there, let's go. You know, like that's just, I don't know. When I get scared, I get angry, but not like in a way where like I want to harm someone. I just get pissed off because something scared me. So I'm like, I want to go after it. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
I find it very annoying when you're there investigating the paranormal and they scream and they take off in the other direction. Well, then what are you there in the first place?
Yeah, it's like,
just ridiculous.
why are you a ghost hunter if you're just gonna run away from the thing you're trying to capture? You know?
Right.
That doesn't make any
and
sense.
Exactly. And I get it. It's that fight and flight reaction. I get it. But
Yeah.
I mean, you get, like you said, I do the same thing. If I get spooked by something, yeah, I get a little annoyed. So then I
Mhm.
want to find out what it is. And,
Mhm.
and my sister who usually joins me when we do certain things, she runs right after it. She's
Good.
like,
Good for
no,
her.
she's got bigger balls than I do. She just runs right for it. There is no dumb questions, Joe. And remember, guys, you can ask any question you want. So that we appreciate any questions you guys want to spit out. That'd be great. So yeah, that's what I find annoying. And a lot of the entertainers on YouTube do that, and they run,
Oh yeah. Well, they figured it out. That's what gets them the most views, and that's what they care about.
That's true. That is true. Now, what made you come towards YouTube and put this out on YouTube?
You know what? I don't know if I have an answer for that. I think it just popped in my head one day because I wanted to start ghost hunting. And because I grew up watching Ghost Hunters, that was my thing. Not Ghost Adventures, not Zach Bagans, the other one.
Right.
And it was just so interesting. And for years, that lay dormant. I went in the military. I forgot all about paranormal. And about 2 years ago, I started thinking about it again. And I was like, you know what? I wonder if I could do a YouTube, because my main goal is to hopefully get to a point where it would fund my trips so I can go on the road with my dogs and we can just go travel around, doing investigations. So that's kind of how that started. And plus, I just have a passion for the unknown. I never been a videographer. This is the first time I've ever filmed anything in my life, and I'm hooked.
Yeah,
I'm hooked.
it does get you hooked, and everybody, I'm Jared's first. He's
Yeah,
first
yeah.
interview.
First one, never done one.
Hopefully you're not nervous. And let's see.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I thought I was gonna be. I had a little bit of jitters before I got on here, but as soon as it lit up the screen, I was like, all right, let's do this.
You're a natural. There you go. No worries. No worries. Excuse me. Actually, I forgot what I was going to ask you next. It pertained to that. The YouTube thing. As far as, like you said, we all grew up watching, or the majority of us grew up watching Ghost Hunters. So I think that's, sparked a lot of interest. And we've all had our own personal, that's the question I was going to ask, personal experiences. When you were in the military, did you experience anything while you were serving? By the way, thank you for serving.
Thank you.
Your service.
Thank you. No, not in the military. In the military, those years, I didn't really experience anything paranormal. That was kind of like a dead season, if you will. I didn't experience anything, but when I got out of the military, I started experiencing this stuff. I got back into the church. I went to a new church, and I met, new people, and one guy, he said I was going to experience something real soon, spiritually, and I did, and then all of a sudden I was off to the races, seeing things. But the whole military time, no, I did. I think I just wasn't even really thinking about it either.
Right, just too busy.
Yeah, you're too busy, and I was in the infantry, so I mean, we did a lot of training and a lot of physical stuff. So I didn't really have time to really, think about the paranormal. Yeah.
Okay, we had a question for you from IC Ghost Cats. Do you do a lot of research before you go to these places that are well known? It would be great to write down your research so scientists will take it more seriously.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I do a lot of research. I do mostly research into the history. I don't tend to look at the experience people have in locations because I don't want that to give me some kind of bias from what I'll experience. But I do look into the history for sure. That's the main thing. Because when I go into a location, I like to have a little bit of knowledge of what happened there. Because that helps me communicate with what may be there a little bit better. So definitely do my research before I go to any new location.
Right. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, like you said, when you went to the sanatorium there, I would have done that. I would have looked at why was it a sanatorium? Who was being treated there? What were they being treated for? So this, it gives you a general idea of what you're working with.
Well, the Indiana State Sanatorium, what's great about that location is it's really new in the paranormal community. It's only been open for investigations since I think 2018 or 2020. So there's a lot that isn't known about this location, and that's what's so beautiful about it. There's not enough info out there for you to go online and look at it and see what kind of experiences people have. So it's really like a frontier in the paranormal community.
Oh,
it really is. I feel like I keep coming back to Indiana State, but it's such a great location. Great.
Yeah, if anybody has a chance, check it all out. Now, You said, did you bring your dogs? How do your dogs react on big investigations?
Well, my smaller one, Yona, she loves it. She doesn't care. She's like, "Let's go, Daddy." Um, but my bigger one, Ace, I'll tell you, when I took him to Old South Pittsburgh Hospital in Tennessee, we went up to the third floor, and he took a couple steps in, and he backed it out. He backed out. I've never seen him do that before. Something spooked him, so he's a little bit more sensitive. Yona, she's fine. She can go into a haunted place and be like, "Hey." But also at Indiana State, Ace, when we went down into the powerhouse, he kept trying to pull me out. Like, he didn't want to be down there.
Uh-huh. So he sensed something that
Yes.
that was
Yeah.
good. As
He-
far as like his reactions, like does he puff up? I know because when my dog don't like something, she puffs up, and of course starts growling and stuff like that. Was that the kind of reaction he had, or just
No, Huskies don't tend to act that way. Huskies are more drama queens, so they just get scared, or they'll howl, or they'll. So he just kind of like backed out. But my third husky, who I share with my ex girlfriend, where I get to see her every other day because she's a firefighter, so I get her for 24 to 48 hours. But I don't usually take her on trips, but she is more like that. She'll get puffed up and she'll bark at people and she'll growl. But she's older. She's turning 7, so I think she's just kind of fed up with people. She's like, "I've seen enough."
yeah, they get cranky.
Yeah, she's cranky. But no. Ace, he didn't get aggressive or growl. He just got scared.
So yeah, because you're the first one I've seen who's actually brought their pets with them to investigation. So I think that's interesting to document their reaction,
Oh, for sure.
and especially to see if if you are confronted with something, how they would react to it.
I mean, there have been moments where I've experienced something, and it's like it didn't even faze them. So I don't know. I'm not sure how that. Can they only see into the spirit realm sometimes, or do certain spirits not even phase them? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of questions.
Oh yes, yeah, because we have stuff there that happens in my own home, and I have a German Shepherd, and there's times where, and she spends a lot of her time in the living room, and then
Okay.
there's times when I know something's going on because she starts barking really bad, and comes running out of there, and then she'll stand in the kitchen doorway and bark towards the living room, and then she won't go back in there.
Oh yeah, she
So,
sees something.
She's seeing something. And of course, I have a rule: I don't investigate in my own home because I don't want to stir up something that I don't want to happen.
Mhm.
So we just coexist peacefully, and that's the way I like to keep it. But
That's smart.
I do believe, that she's seeing something. Yeah, I always recommend to people: don't ever do where you live.
No.
Um,
No.
Right, because it's just gonna start something that then it might turn bad for you. So that's leave it outside the home. I mean,
Yeah,
you're always worried about when you go somewhere, you don't want to bring something back.
I have
Never
done
mind.
that.
Yeah. Oh, have you?
I have done that. Yeah, I have. I think it was when I went to Brushy Mountain the first time. But I brought something. We were pulling on to the Hales Bar Dam. I'm not sure if anyone knows where that is, but it used to be a haunted location you could go in and actually investigate. Now I think it's a distillery or something like that. But as soon as we pulled onto the property, whatever was in that vehicle with us, it must have recognized the property or something, because Yona hopped out of her seat into my lap and started backing up to the glass on the driver's side. Like, she was freaking out. Something was in the vehicle. And I just said, "Hey, you got to get out. You got to go back. You're not allowed here." And everything was fine. But I looked in the car if there was like a bug or something like that. Like, she never freaks out over bugs or insects.
Right.
But I've never seen this dog. Just like, it was like a springboard. Bing! Right into my lap.
Wow.
And then I had something, I don't know for sure if something did follow us, but she was acting weird. She's right here on the ground. That same trip we got back, she wouldn't eat. She just wouldn't eat. I think it was for like a day or two. And eventually, I just had this sense. I was like, if there's something here, you gotta go. I don't know if maybe it didn't leave in that moment when we were in the car and it kind of hid and hitchhiked with us home, but as soon as I said that, she started eating again. So, I don't know. Maybe something
Yeah.
did follow me, maybe not, but it
Could
felt like it. Felt like it.
Well, as you yourself, what did you feel during that time?
I have a very, I don't know if I call it Holy Spirit, just kind of giving me discernment, but I just know things. I'm not saying it's 100% fact, but for me, like I'll just know if something's in the house. Like my hair will start raising up, and it's like
Right.
it's this familiar feeling that I have, and I'll just be like, "Hey, you're not allowed here. You gotta go." And usually it resolves the situation.
Right.
But as far as like a big, drawn out Disney World productive experience where I'm like seeing something walking around, no, I can feel it though, for sure.
Right. Right. Well, then you're sensitive.
Yeah, yeah.
You're described as a sensitive. Yes. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, the shepherds are great, but mine's fresh and she's very, very smart. So they like if she's barking at something, I know that something's going on.
How old is she?
She is 7.
Oh, she's getting that senior age.
So she's getting there. She's getting there, but she's still just like a baby. It's just
Yeah, she's still got a lot of life left. She's just at that age where she's like, I'm done with this shit. I'm gonna get cranky when I want to get cranky.
yeah. No, she's never cranky. She's
She's
high
never?
strung. Never.
Oh.
She's been high strung since she was born. She's just and it's it's go 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 all the time, constant attention. And actually I don't let her in the studio while I'm doing the show because she'd be all over me. And she
Yep.
pulls wires out and everything. So yeah, she's got to stay out of the room. But very smart. She alerts us to anything and everything that goes on. So then when it's late at night, and it's usually really late, and then she starts doing the barking thing and comes charging out of there. I'm thinking, oh, okay, something's going on.
Now, do you think you have like a haunted house? Is that what's going on?
I know I do. No, I know I do. I have something that's been here since we bought the home. Many experiences here. I've had a male voice call my name and say my name in my ear. That's happened twice in my back hall. Nobody else has been home. We have footsteps in the attic because when I have guests stay over, they always want to know who's in the attic at 3:00 in the morning.
Huh.
And I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The strangest thing that I've had happen here is that it was late at night and we heard something heavy roll the whole length of our attic. Oh, thank you so much, ABC. Thank you so much, sweetie. And wait, I got something. I did this special for this. Yay! Thank you, you superstars. So, yes, we heard something rolling. So the next morning, I went up and I looked all over. The only thing that we have up there was a bowling ball, and I knew where the bowling ball was, and it was moved from where the stairs were all the way to the front of the attic.
Wow, that's pretty wild.
So whatever it was, rolled the ball all across, the attic. That was the only one time it happened.
Oh, whatever it was trying to go bowling. It sounded like
Something.
just really loved to bowl.
We have because it's strange because where we are, you can't practice. We do archery, so you can't practice that in the yard without permission from the village. So our solution was to it because our house is long enough that we have it set up in our attic.
Okay.
We have the windows blocked off. We have a backstop up there, deer and stuff like that up there so that we could stay in there and practice shooting. And so it's an open floor plan and the ball just rolled.
Wow. That's creepy. That's creepy.
Yeah.
It's good stuff though.
Yeah, it is.
Well, at least it's like a friendly ghost. It sounds like it's not something evil.
Extent, because I do have an EVP also. Back then, all I had was a cassette recorder.
Okay.
And hi, Cree, sweetie. And it's actually, sorry, that's my phone. It was actually the first EVP I ever caught on tape.
Did it say something or?
I was up in the attic and I had the door open so you could hear my son and my husband talking in the kitchen. And I was up there and I forgot what I said. I said something and then I let it run and then I come back downstairs. And then when I played it back, you could hear it was a male's voice and it was clear. It said, "Get out."
Oh my God. Wow.
I never played it for my husband because he would have packed up and sold the house
Mhm.
because he don't like that stuff. But yeah, it told me to get out. And what I did was after that, I went up in the attic and I sat there and I thanked it for protecting the home and our things. And I said that we would take good care of his house. And you know, and it's been good, you know.
Good.
That's about it. Yeah, I do still have it, Bill. I just can't switch it over to digital so I could put it online so everybody could hear it. And welcome, Bill. So it's still, I still got the tape. I can't transfer it.
There's got to be a way you can
So-
transfer it to digital because that would be an amazing EVP to hear. Like, get out.
That's what he
That's
said.
awesome.
You hear it really right after you hear my son and husband say something, then you hear
Mhm.
"Get out."
Did you
Like that,
believe?
I like-
Did you believe in ghosts before that EVP? I'm guessing you did
Oh,
because you were.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first experience was at 8 years old.
Oh, okay. So you've been knowing for a while.
I've been doing this for over 20 years. Yeah. Oh, you can, Bill. Oh, all right. We're gonna have to see if we could switch it. Get you to switch it over.
Yeah.
I gotta find it now. I think it's in the cupboard. So yeah, because I could play it on a radio, but I don't have. I guess you have to have a wire or something you hook up to the digital recorder and then switch it over, and then I could transfer the file. But yeah, I don't have that. So it's just been sitting in a drawer. But yeah, ever since I was 8 years old, my first experience was in a castle.
In a castle?
And a castle here in Mohawk, New York.
Whoa. That's like that's metal, you know. That's pretty
Yeah.
wild.
Scared the hell out of me. And after
Yeah.
that, I was hooked because I wanted to know why it picked me. Because the
Mhm.
place was, my uncles and my aunts and my cousins were all there. And no, it chose to, communicate with me. So yeah, it was definitely an experience. And I would love, that's why I always wanted to go to the UK because
Mhm.
the castle and the histories and stuff that's all there. It's fantastic. Let's see. I'm actually okay today. All right, I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss any questions. I don't want to miss any questions. Make sure you ask your questions, guys. I don't think I missed any. If I did, scream at me. Let me know. Leanne says, did I say hello, Leanne? Hello, sweetie. Play it while a digital recorder records it. I don't think it would pick it up correctly. That's why I think I need a exact connection to the player through a wire so that it could, I don't know. I really don't know how it works. But if Bill can do it, then I'll have to. Bill's close by to me, so I'll have to get him the tape and see if he can transfer it. So,
Well, fingers crossed. I'd love to hear that. Sounds like a
Yeah.
really, really good capture.
and then over here now, and then it's been years since last year I caught a couple of more EVPs in a cemetery that I was in. Now
Which-
those I have on my shorts. Those are on my page.
Which cemetery was it?
It's one of the oldest cemeteries that we have in our area. It's called Forest Hill, and it dates back to the 25, I think.
That just sounds like a haunted cemetery, Forest Hill.
Oh, it has a Gothic style gate in the front of it. And it's filled with history. We have a lot of famous people that are buried there. And I was in the older section. And I got a couple of EVPs from that and also a photograph with an unexplained mist. And
Ooh.
I don't call it paranormal because I can't prove it.
Yeah.
but the conditions that day were perfect, and there would be no moisture anywhere. But it showed up in that one photo. So
Have you seen those videos where it's like a literal cloud comes down to the ground? It's maybe like 6 foot by 4 foot. I've seen it like on these paranormal encounter shows where no paranormal caught on camera. It's like a literal cloud comes down. I don't know. I think it's just probably something to do with the weather, but that's really strange.
well, see, that's what you got to check off. You got to okay. Was it raining earlier? Is it
Mhm.
hot and now you're getting a mist from the dew in the grass? No, is it cold out? Is it your breath?
Right.
Those are but see, that day that I was there, it was perfect.
Right. Right.
And there was no sun shining through the trees because very shaded area. And it wasn't damp, it was dry. And it was just a one photograph I took around this tombstone. And it was just like a mist. It was strange, but that's all I can say it is interesting. Put it that way.
I'll have to check it out when I go up there. Forest Hill.
Are you coming this way?
I will be eventually. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to Saratoga Sanatorium Homestead.
Okay.
Sorry. So I'll be going up that way probably next year.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's called Forest Hill Cemetery. You look it up.
Okay.
The history is amazing. And that's why I keep going back. I'm waiting for it to cool down and be decent
Yeah.
because I want to go back to that section again and try out the dead bell. I didn't buy one of those fancy expensive ones. I bought a regular bell.
Good for
And I
you.
want to.
Yep.
I just want to put it there just to see if I get anything.
That's the right way to do it.
Yeah, because I looked up that dead bell thing. It was ridiculous.
Oh, it
Yeah.
goes off every like 30 seconds. It's got a timer on it.
Yeah, well, like I said, there's so many ways that you could rig it to be faulty. I just
Oh yeah.
buy the $5 front desk bell, stick it out
Yep.
there on flat surface, and see what happens. And I
That's-
haven't had a chance to test it out. So
That's
I-
smart. That's smart. I think I'll get one too. Try it out because that's actually if it does go off, that's pretty wild. Something has to be hitting that thing.
Right? Sure. Let's see. Oh, Bill says, yeah. If you go to that area, there is one of the most haunted cemeteries in New York. Is
Okay.
that area? Yeah. That's we've got a lot of old ones, a lot of interesting ones, and a lot of them all have history. Let's see, we have a vice president that's buried there. We've got people that from the Civil War. George Washington's physician and head captain or something is buried there. It's just all kinds of people like that, all in the old section, which really kind of strange because you're thinking, how did they end up here? But during that time they were coming through this area.
Right.
Same thing like with the what is it? Oh God, I'm drawing a blank. The battlefield that we have in Oriskany, known as one of the bloodiest battles in the area. And I want to go back there and film at night. I've only been there during the day and haven't caught anything yet, but there's folklore about you see soldiers and civilians walking through the field at night.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to be able, but the thing is, you kind of have to do it on a sneak.
Well, to me, those battlefields, they should be some of the most haunted places if you think about it.
Right.
Such a high amount of death and tragedy.
Well, yeah, it was like a bloodbath because you read
Yeah.
the history up on it, and it was for miles.
Right.
So they have a giant. I think I have some of the pictures on my page as well. Monument erected with all of the names of the fallen, and they have the history as you walk down through the grounds. And it's a nice park to go to, but I would have to probably go get specific permission, and they might say no. So,
Yeah.
but if I'm on the side of the road, I mean, it's right there. I could
Right.
just stand there with the camera on a tripod and let it run and see what we could catch.
Right. It's a good idea.
Yeah. So, but this year the weather's been horrendous.
Horrendous as being
High
hot.
humidity, hot.
Yeah.
It's 90 degrees, 95 humidity, and then the mosquitoes eat you alive.
Oh, I don't even want to hear it. I'm in Florida. It's like a swamp down here.
Yeah, so I could never live there.
Good God.
And I was elated that I got to go outside yesterday because I haven't been out the whole summer. Due to my health issues, I can't go out in this kind of weather. So it was like 72. I'm like, I am out there. I went outside.
That's beautiful weather right there.
Oh yeah, enjoyed. I cleaned up the yard because it needed it desperately. And it was great. We eat grape leaves, and I have a grape leaf vine in my yard, so I got to pick those. I said, oh geez, I was in my glory.
Are you Greek? Are you Greek?
No, I'm Lebanese.
Okay. I think grape leaves is like a part of Greek dishes.
Yes, they have their style, which is just rice, but Lebanese is lamb and rice.
Oh, okay. I got you.
That you fill the leaf with, and you roll it up, and you cook it, and that's actually what I made tonight. And my son knew, and he come over and got a big plate of them. So,
he could probably smell it from his house. He's like, "Mama cooking."
Yeah, he only works around the corner, so I'm coming. Here I come, and they're his favorites. So yeah, it was. I go, well, I got a show to do. You eat. I gotta go.
It does sound good.
How's it going? Yeah, you serve it with like a lot of them eat it with yogurt. I make up a dip, which is sour cream, garlic, salt and pepper, and paprika, and you mix that all together, and then you could dip them in that, and it's really good.
You talking dirty to this country boy? Woo woo!
Yeah. Well, then I won't tell you about the biscuits and gravy then.
Oh my God! I love it.
Yeah, we have that a lot here. As soon as it gets cold, I get the phone calls. You making the biscuits and gravy? Yes.
Yeah, we makes the chili down here, the deer chili.
Oh, nice.
Well, I wouldn't say right here where I'm at, but where my mom and brother are at. They live in Tennessee, where I'm from, so we make that deer chili. That's the good stuff. When it gets cold, though. Yeah,
you got to do. Yeah, it's got to be when it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
So, because everybody asks me in the summer if I'm going to make like the biscuits and gravy, I go, no, I'm not turning the oven on.
Mm-hmm.
People are crazy. But I found actually that I use it's a 7-Up biscuits recipe. It's perfect for biscuits and gravy.
So,
just saying.
Are those biscuits made from scratch?
Yes, they are.
Okay, all right. So that's good stuff.
A cup of sour cream, a cup of 7-Up soda, and your 4 cups of Bisquick.
Whoa.
Then, you mix it all together, and then you melt a stick of butter in the pan, and then you cut the biscuits out and you put them on top of the melted butter, and then you bake them for like 15 minutes. And it is just the biggest buttery biscuit. Oh my God. The
7-Up threw me for a loop. Whoa.
Yeah, it makes it really good. And then you put the sausage gravy on top. So yeah. Fattening as hell, but it's worth every bite.
I bet it is. I bet it's worth it.
Just worth it. So yeah, guys, keep the questions coming. Here we're talking about food.
Oh yeah, you got dang right.
That's right. Got to throw that food in there every now and then. Let's see. Sorry, I have to go. My fire sister's just list her mother-in-law, and she lives in Taiwan, needs to talk. Okay, sweetie, thanks for joining us. Thanks for your questions. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way out, please. Oh, Susan goes, oh, now I want biscuits now. I know I was a bad girl. I sent Susan a picture of the grape leaves. Because she's like, oh, I want some. I said, all I can do is send you a picture. I'm sorry.
That's the next best option. Come on now.
Oh, here we go. Bill looked up that one cemetery for you. He says it's called Forest Park Cemetery in Brunswick, New York. It's about 45 minutes away from Saratoga Springs, where you'll be.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me grab my phone.
Yeah. So that's definitely check that out. Thank you, Bill.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Bill is great.
Bill, you're the man.
Bill is the mod of the month for August, guys.
Hell yeah. Someone get him an award.
Well, that's what I do in the magazine that I put out every month. Everybody, all the mods get a chance of being mod of the month.
Oh, sweet. Did they get like some kind of treasure for being a mod of the week?
They got the page in the magazine and their little Oscar with their name on it.
Oh, that's nice. Good job, Bill. Forest Park Cemetery.
He says it's actually closed down. Oh, but I'm sure you could still get in there.
Oh yeah, I'll find a way.
Yeah, hop the fence. I remember the days of hopping fences.
Oh yeah, I had to do that not too long ago at this abandoned sanatorium in Virginia.
Oh.
Yeah, that place is creepy. There's a bunch of places out there across the country, man. If you just find a place, you kind of sneak in.
Yeah,
Just be respectful.
that's all. Leanne said someone make him biscuits and gravy. Yeah.
Woo woo! I love it. This is my favorite podcast ever.
Okay, Joe, we'll still be here, hopefully. Tell the boss you're busy. You can't talk right now. Oh, okay. Bill said that, yeah, he's been past it when he drove truck, and it's super creepy looking. Oh, cool.
I bet. Especially if it has like that big gothic gate out front.
Oh, well, that's the one that's here, not there. I don't know what they've got there.
Oh, okay. So this is a different one.
Right.
I got you. I got it saved on my map, so whenever I shoot up that way, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, there's a lot of places up here. Hey, Sheila, how are you doing, darling? We were just making Jared happy talking about biscuits and gravy.
Oh yeah, make that Southern boy happy.
Gotta feed him the good stuff. I remember when we were living in Missouri, and that's how we discovered biscuits and gravy. My sister-in-law's father-in-law made them homemade, but they would use goat's milk. And it would be goat's milk sausage gravy. Oh, Jesus.
That sounds about right there.
I was like, oh my God. That was because I'm thinking, ew, because I've had it in a restaurant and it was the most horrible stuff I ever ate in my life. So then we were going out hunting that weekend when we got there. We're going hunting, and they were saying, in the morning he'd make everybody breakfast. And I'm thinking, oh, we're going to eat that shit. Well, I tried his. Oh my God, I was floored. I go, now this is what it's supposed to taste like.
Oh, you can do biscuits and gravy really wrong if you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, they do out in those restaurants. Oh.
Or you can make it fantastic. The choice is yours.
Right. And it's really easy.
Everyone needs to go up with the grandma that cooks so she can show you these recipes,
You're right. You are so right. So, okay, now we'll get back to the paranormal, guys.
Yeah.
Now, as far as when you're doing your investigations, and do you debunk as you're going along, or do you wait until after the fact and then go over your footage? How do you do your debunking process?
I think my standard default is debunk. That's my first avenue that I take in the paranormal, especially when it's not having to do with something I'm seeing with my eyes, but something I'm hearing. I'm trying to explain it naturally first before I even jump to paranormal, because that's a big jump to go from something naturally occurring to paranormal. So I'd have to say, for me personally, now if I see something visually, if it's not something I can recognize as being a critter like a rabbit or something, I'm gonna jump to paranormal, because your eyes don't lie. There are times, I will say, that your eyes will play tricks on you. Like if you're in complete darkness, or if you're looking down, let's just say Brushy Mountain, for instance, which is a prison in Tennessee. I was on one of the cell blocks looking down the cell block, and I don't know if it's paranormal, but what I'm gonna say is sometimes your eyes play tricks on you. I was seeing shadows popping in and out of the cells. Could have been paranormal, or it could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, because your eyes are trying to make sense of what they see in the darkness.
Right.
So you gotta use a level head. I mean, that's kind of what I do. I use a level head and have common sense, and try and call something natural before calling it paranormal, because once you call it paranormal, you're kind of taking a stance and you're saying this is a ghost, or this is a demon, or this is whatever, cryptid, whatever you want to
Right.
say. So just common sense, that's the big
Yeah.
thing.
That's I think it's the most important thing actually.
It's the
Like you said,
most important.
the eye thing, yeah. Everybody experiences that where the eye tries to focus and
Hmm.
capture any kind of light it can to focus in. And when you're in a place like that, it's difficult. So yeah, the eyes can
Yeah.
screw things up.
Well, especially too if you've heard other people's experiences in a location, you're like predisposed. How do you say that?
Disposed.
Disposed.
There
That's
you go.
sorry. That's
Disposed.
country boy in me. Sometimes I don't get words right.
Uh,
So you're gonna start um thinking that you're gonna take on someone else's experience as yourself without even knowing it. Let's just put it that way. So that's why I don't really like to hear about the experiences of a location, because I like to go in bare with no ideas of what happens here and see if it lines up with other people's experiences.
right. That's the best way to do it. Sheila, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm sorry that you haven't been feeling well. Sending prayers for good health, speedy recovery of whatever's going on. Um, but yeah, that's I wish more people had that attitude because and I think a lot of people get corrupted once they start doing YouTube.
Oh
I
yeah.
started doing YouTube because I was forced into retirement. So I go, well, what the hell? I'll start doing the paranormal podcast on YouTube, to fill in my days. And then when I started seeing what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh boy. I mean, I'm just a lot of it is ugly and like I said, a lot of it is just misinformation. And these people are putting it out as real. What are your thoughts on what's going on in the community on YouTube?
It breaks my heart. It really does, because I haven't been part of YouTube paranormal community for long, but I have been a part of the paranormal community for a long time, and I've seen the transition from Ghost Adventures, Zach Bagan's show, that has become the kind of the mold of how people conduct their investigations on YouTube, and it breaks my heart because the only reason Zach Bagans has that show is for entertainment purposes only. That's it.
Yeah.
And with our society of social media and people getting addicted to likes and comments, it's 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 kind of marrying up to the paranormal as well, the YouTube. People do it for likes and views. That's it. They figure out a certain method that works, that gets them the views, and they go with that. And I'm not going to name drop any channels, but we all know of those bigger channels that do it. And it breaks my heart because it's almost like you want to jump in the screen and talk to them and be like, "What you're doing is bad. Like you're a con artist."
Right.
But they still wouldn't even listen to you if you were right there telling them. You know,
Exactly.
they wouldn't care.
I mean, all of us are here for, I mean, all of us want the likes and the views because it keeps our channels going.
Of course,
Um,
of course.
But like you said, they're doing it to an extreme where it's all about the money.
Yeah.
And, if they get, they're wild and crazy and they get suck in that younger audience,
Hmm.
they're going to get the sponsors. They're going to get, the bigger bucks. And so they have to keep up that, that fraudulent persona to fill their pockets. And I know I watched some of them, and I still watch some because I think they're funny. I mean, I don't support the channel monetarily, but some of them are funny. But it would be nice if they would, well, entertainment only.
Yes, exactly. That's the thing.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's
100%.
Bill said, "Isn't he the guy that wrote the ghost book?" Yeah, for Hunting for Dummies. Yes, um, that's what Carla's doing. The spoof is on that book, and I mean, I have family members who do investigations or did. They're out of it now. In Arizona, they actually worked with them while they were in Arizona, and my cousin was totally disappointed because it was all a giant production.
Yeah.
It is 100% fraudulent.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me." Because he thought that they were real and above board until they showed up with the team. And, you're thinking they picked a building or whatever they were going to investigate. They black out all the windows to make it look like it's dark. You have a script you've got to follow. And he was like, "What?"
Yep.
So, yeah, that's the part that kicks you in the teeth, because here all of us on this end of the spectrum is trying to prove or get answers to the questions that we've all been looking for, and doing it, the right way.
Yep.
And then you've got, and we struggle to get other people to, come on board. And then you get, these people that, just do all the flash and the screaming, and they're the ones that are corrupting the whole YouTube system.
Well, what sucks is I wouldn't say it's probably like 85% of the YouTube videos. They say there's all this activity happening within the video, and all it is a phone app saying stuff. And to me, that's not activity. That's just a phone app, and it blows my mind. I watch these videos and the phone app will say demon, and then they freak out and they're like, "There's a demon here. There's so much stuff happening right now," and there's nothing happening, and there's other channels that I support 100%. The Ouija Brothers, Ghosts on Trent.
Oh, yes.
Because they will do investigations and nothing will happen, and they'll still post it. That's fine. That's the way it should be. You're not going to get evidence every time you go out looking for ghosts.
No. It just doesn't work that way.
There was a comment that Colin made from the Paranormal Files. I was watching his previous video where he did with Side-Eye Guy.
Right.
And he said he doesn't post the videos where he doesn't get any evidence because no one will like it. And I was like, that's it. That's the main problem with YouTube Paranormal, is people want other people to like their videos to the point where they get all the likes and views, which I get it. We all want likes and views. I understand that. I do too. But you should still post the videos where you don't capture any evidence.
Right. All of it. Yes. All of it. Hi, Sisters of Mercy. Welcome. LOL. Imagine going as far as to fake the time of day. Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah.
That was just a really big disappointment. I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me. Denise, Laura, have you ever seen any of the Paranormal Couples? Which ones are you talking about? I do remember watching Jason Hawes' daughter and her fiance, and they infuriate me. The human Ouija board. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
And so, I keep that opinion to myself, because not for nothing, I can do the toe thumping too. I've been able to do this since I was a kid. So gee, maybe I should record it so everybody can see. But it's crazy. All right. Cree has a question. I get phone apps being an issue, but what about the spirit box? I say there are billions of songs out there, and if one comes on that relates to what you're asking, why is it wrong if it's a song?
That's a great question. I think if it does relate to what you're asking, to me, I'm not going to call it 100% paranormal, but I'm going to leave it as a questionable experience. But at the same time, I think what would be more profound is if you took the antenna off and just had it white noise, and it's not capturing any radio stations at all, because the theory is that spirits can use the background noise, the white noise, and use that to speak. So if you're getting voices without even be able to connect to radio stations, I think that to me would be more profound of an experience. But same coin, different side, just like the question asks. If you're getting something that pertains to what you're asking, that is a little weird. That's strange.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, I've only had that experience once, actually, with an application.
Hmm.
It shot out a name that it shouldn't have, and it did, and that
Yeah.
kind of got me off guard. Hi, Raven. How's it going, sweetie? Bill, that's my videos. No likes, no views. Oh, that's not true. People like your videos. You do. Hi, Piggy Piggy. How are you? Yes, that's what I was hoping that some people would do. That just the white noise. No.
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
So if you're going to get something through on the white noise, then you're going to say that is interesting.
Yeah. To me, that'd be very interesting.
Yeah. Especially if it was a direct response to your question.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So Pinky, where's the Huntress gone? Yeah, I saw her the other day, Pump, but I don't know. I haven't seen her since then. But yeah, it's let's see. Cree says the day my mom died, my sister was driving in an entirely different state, and she had to pull over because she knew that my mom it jumped on me. Sorry, guys. That my mom passed, but the song that played, and when we called, she was still there. I probably totally screwed up how I read that. The day my mom died, my sister was driving in an entirely different state. She had to pull over because she knew that my mom had passed by the song that played. Oh, that played on the radio. Okay. We called and she was still there. Odd. That is odd.
I've heard of that happening where someone had passed. Like I have a friend, Miles, his friend Jeremy, which we're all vets, and we were in this nonprofit, and Jeremy had passed away, and Miles knew before he got the call. So that does happen for sure.
Right. Sisters of Mercy. If it's just white noise, anything that comes through would be profound.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because it has nothing to feed off of.
Exactly. Yep. And to get a voice or something to respond to what you're asking, that would be amazing.
Exactly. Yeah, Pinky. That's why I always just typed in Pinky, because I always do that, everybody. I always shorten it. I don't type that fast, so writing out the whole thing is just too much. Cree says, my sister was still sitting on the side of the road in tears because she knew my mom had died. Oh,
bless her heart.
Sorry, it's rough. It's been, actually, this week has been rough. A lot of people are passing, and it's a lot of them are hit close to home, and so yeah, it's a hard struggle. But to have that could have been a sign, her way of saying goodbye. Who knows?
Yep.
So, Joey, sorry, I mistakenly pressed the finger. That's why I try not to type while I'm doing the show, because of the lighting in here is dark, so I really can't see the keyboard. All the new stuff that I had to send back because I was pissed off about it, and the new keyboard lit up. Now this doesn't, back to the old one, it doesn't, so I really can't see it. Yes, like Ozzy, that was a total shocker. But then I read an article that him and Sharon were in agreement if either one of them had an issue as far as memory, like in Alzheimer's or dementia or this, that they believed in assisted, ending of your own life.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know what happened there, because he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
I mean, I agree with that. I don't know how everyone else feels, but it's your choice. Like, if you want to go, why not?
Well, seeing that, the only reason because of my religious beliefs, I believe that, we were given life. It's a gift. And the only one that has the right to take it is God. So
trust me, I feel the same way. I'm
Right.
just
So
just
doing that, I
saying.
mean, I understand, the suffering is terrible. And if that's your
Hmm.
choice, that's good. But as for me personally,
Exactly.
your life was a gift, and you really, I don't believe we have the right to end it on our own.
Exactly. I mean, I wouldn't do it myself, but if someone else does, I'm who are you to say don't do it?
Right, right. It's not us for us to judge.
Yeah.
Pinky. Oh, I'm so sorry, Pinky. Yeah. Oh, he had colon cancer. Oh, may he
Oh,
rest. Yeah. My yeah. So my everybody knows. Pretty much, they heard me say my uncle passed away last week. His funeral is Thursday.
oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. It was yeah, all of a sudden. So it was. So that's yeah, and then I've got friends there. They lost a friend of theirs yesterday, so it's hitting close to home. We're losing so many people.
Sounds like it.
Oh, let's see, sister. I think it's your choice. Life is a gift, but mental illness is a curse. Yep, I deal with it every day. My mother has dementia.
Yep.
I have to care for my mother every day, and I actually think of it as my mother. My mother passed away 5 years ago. Now I'm left with a child that doesn't know who anybody is and can't care for herself.
Yeah.
Because my mother, as I know her, as was gone a long time ago. And that's really hard to deal with when you've got, and I get it, because if he was, diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it's pretty much the same thing. You forget who you are, you forget who everybody is, you forget how to function. They're horrible, horrible diseases.
Yeah.
They refer to them as the slow death, and
Hmm.
that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. So every now and then, yeah, my mother will come up with something that surprises me, and I'll laugh, but she has no clue who I am. No clue who I am. So it's hard. It's hard, and it's like a knife to the guts because when you look at your parent and they look at you and you're like, who are you? Or you'll say, do you know who I am?
Yeah.
And they'll just give you this dead stare. It is crushing. It is
Hmm.
crushing. So, thank you, Bill. I'm doing my best. It's, you don't, when you grow up, you don't think that you have to do this for your parents. You always think your parents are strong and they do everything, they know everything. And you didn't realize that there's this evil out there that steals their identity and their existence. And then you're cleaning up the mess.
Hmm.
Let's see. Sister says, yeah, it's like you're already dead, but not quite. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. The person that they are is gone. All she does is pace back and forth all day. She says 5 certain things. That's it all day. And she knows how to eat. Thank God.
Well, it's good she's eating at
So,
least.
yeah. Because once it gets to that point, then she has to go into a nursing facility.
Yeah.
Because they'll have to feed her by 2 because I don't know how to do any of that. Joe Bean says, yeah, my hubby had dementia till he passed. Always remembered family though. That was good. Oh,
That's
that's
good.
good.
Yeah, that's good.
They say it's hereditary and it skips generations. My grandmother and her siblings didn't have any of those problems, but my mother was the first one to get it. My uncle that passed last week was just diagnosed with the beginning signs of it. And my mother's older sister, who's 83, she's starting, but she's mean.
Oh.
It's weird how it affects each individual different. My
Mhm.
mother's very timid and very quiet, where my aunt, who was just an angel on earth, wouldn't be rude or mean to anybody. She is just nasty now. She strikes out at people. And so I don't know why it does what it does, but it's awful.
Yeah, and there's literally no cure for that disease, right? Are
No,
they?
they give her, she's on medication. It helps to slow the process, but there's no cure. And they can
Yeah.
live like that for years, up to 10 to 15 years that way.
Yeah, it's
My mother,
torture.
it's been 6-7 years now. Hers happened quick.
Mhm.
She was diagnosed with it, and then within that year, you could see the signs of it. So it
Dang, that's
happens really
quick.
fast.
Yeah,
it
that's
happens
quick.
really fast. Pinky said, yeah, in the last 4 years, I had an uncle, my father-in-law my mother, a cousin, and my mother-in-law. So many important people in my life. It's been an awful 4 years. Oh, Pinky, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, Pinky.
I remember saying they used to say a long time ago when you hit our age group. I'm 58. We're at a point in life now, instead of where, life gives you things, it's now at the point where life starts taking things away.
Yeah.
And it's the truth. That's what's going on. What is it say? On a lighter note, Laura, is your new computer on the way? No, not yet. I have to wait till they get the return first. So I can get my refund. Then I can order the new one.
I'll be right back, Laura. I'm going to just go to the bathroom.
Okay. Call of nature break. So yeah, no, I have to wait until the return was registered, and then I can order the new one. And I'm telling you, that's the thing. And I'm not having issues with the camera. The camera don't want to work tonight, and I'm just gonna throw it all out the window. It's something. It worked when we started, and that was about it. Yeah, it does, because I really missed the big screen. And like I said, I had the keyboard was lighting up. So that was fantastic. Now I can't see the keyboard, so I can't type to anybody. So I just have to be patient, wait till everything is registered and cleared, and then I can I went with the newer one. So because I'm not going to do the renewed or the refurbished. It's just too risky. Laura, how are you feeling with your fibromyalgia? Actually, since last night, I felt kind of funny. Something's going on. I don't know what, but I was sick this morning, but I'm feeling better. Of course, the weather's changed, but it's supposed to heat up again. So who knows? But thank you for asking. It's a fight every day. Pain, the usual list. And I took advantage of it yesterday and did the weed whacking in the yard, and I paid for it later. I couldn't use my arms and I couldn't use my hands this morning.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's what, I got the fibromyalgia, and if I overexert my muscles, which I always do, I'm a bad girl. And then after that, I'm on fire and I can't use the hands.
Do they have any kind of medicine for that?
They have it, but I'm allergic to the majority of it. So.
Oh my goodness.
So I just suck it up and roll with the punches. It's just a long shit story. So I don't can't take any of it. Makes me all sick. So I rather just suck up the pain and not end up in the emergency room.
You're a badass chick.
Oh, well, somebody's got to be.
You ain't lying.
Oh, God. Just like my husband was breaking him on me the other day. He was saying something to me. I said, keep it up. I said, I'm going to jack you up. He goes, you can't jack me up. He goes, you hurt too much. I go, well, I'll suck it up. I said, after I beat you up. Yeah, you're right. The adrenaline takes over. Then after that, you're like, oh, God, why did I do that?
Mm-hmm.
And I get yelled at all the time. And I says, you know how I am. And I've always done for myself. So I don't wait around for nobody else.
Yeah, I get it.
So, and like investigations, I'd love to go all these big places. I can't walk that far anymore. And, but I'll tell you, if I could bring a scooter.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you got to do what you got to do. But at least like when I do the cemetery work, my husband parks close by, shuts the truck off, and then I wander off, and then I can make it back, without, busting my ass. Or
so right.
Got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do.
That's the way it is, So as far as investigating and style of investigating, is there anybody out there that you admire their work and how they do what they do?
To be honest, I really admire how the Ghost Hunters crew how they conduct their investigations, because they come from a standpoint of analytical, scientific. I hate to use scientific in that because scientific and paranormal doesn't go hand in hand, but they come from a really good approach where they're trying to debunk before they call something paranormal. I had the chance to meet Dave Tango because he lives down here now in Gulfport,
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, I saw him at one of the tap houses here in downtown. Got to talking to him, and he's just how he is on TV. You know, I
Yeah.
truly feel like that group of guys and women, they are who they are, and I really admire that. You know,
That's
um,
great.
yeah, they're not about
He looks
trying
like he's
to.
a great. Yeah, he looks like
Yeah,
a good guy.
he is a good dude. He's got like a full beard now, so he looks.
Oh, does he? Oh,
Yeah, he looks different. It took him a second. I was like, "Ooh, looks like Dave Tango." And
down in Florida, was he crazy? I mean, it's hot down there. And the last thing you want is a beard.
yeah, he's got a huge beard. He still wears his little Dave Tango
Right.
newsboy hat.
Oh,
Um,
jeez.
but yeah, I really admire. Really, I think his name's Grant Wilson, which is one of the leaders
Right.
of Ghost Hunters.
Yeah,
Um,
Grant. Yeah, Grant doesn't go out with them that much anymore, as far as I know.
I think
He
he
left. He-
Grant Wilson runs Ghost Hunters now, and Jason.
yeah, I think it's a different branch of it, though.
Let's see. I don't know if he is part of that or not, but however he does investigations, I really dig it. I like
Right.
it. I do.
Yeah, that's what made me enjoy them when I was watching them when I was younger. Because yeah, they went in, they did their investigation, and you, like I said, they did it at a scientific angle. They debunked as they went along, which
Yes.
was great. You know, and that's the first time I've ever seen anybody do it that way. And then when they
Right.
came back, they would go over the footage, you know, and they showed you what they were doing. You know,
Exactly. Yeah, I
and
respect
I
that.
that was right like groundbreaking back then.
Carburetors and coffee. That's actually Doc Holliday.
There you go, Doc Holliday, sir.
Yeah, that's Doc Holliday. And I'm gonna go see his gravesite hopefully on this next trip. I think it's in Colorado.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because it's hard to. It's of course he's got a bigger screen, so he can see it better than I can.
Yeah.
So
That's
let's
old
see.
Doc Holliday.
There you go. Sisters of Mercy says, and there's no sensationalism with taps. They joke around a bit, but when it comes to investigations, they were serious. Yes, they were serious. It was they were there to do a job,
Yes.
and they
Yep.
did it well.
Hmm.
And again, I get it. You know, once that they got into because they were in this area, they did a place here called Beardsley's Manor,
Hmm.
and I wish I knew that they were there at the time because it would have been great. I would have went. But you get it. They're on TV, so there's certain things they have to follow.
Yeah.
You know, when you get hooked up with Hollywood, you got to do what you're told. Got to go by contract. So if things did look like that they were out of place or faked, it's because they have a script to follow.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get ratings by kind of stuff that we do where you sit there for hours and nothing happens.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
doesn't sell, you know.
For
so
sure.
we get it.
Have you seen that episode where they're at Eastern State Penitentiary? It's like one of their most famous piece of evidence.
Yep.
Yeah, to me that was the thing that really drew me in paranormal. I was like, what the? You see that thing run up and then it like runs back real quick.
Very interesting. Well, I heard that place is really great to go.
I've been there. They don't do investigations anymore.
Well, yeah, you were saying that. So I wonder
Yeah.
why.
I think it's more just like a museum type environment now where you walk in during the day. Like I was there during the day. It's a beautiful location. And you can definitely feel, if you're sensitive, you feel things there. You can feel the pain and
Right. You know, I'm wondering if it's got to do with insurances because I know, you know, you're letting people in there, so there's insurance risk.
Yeah, that's true.
That's probably could be one of the reasons. Bill said, didn't they go to Sylvan Beach too? I don't think they did. They might have though. I don't know. I know Omar Gosh went to Sylvan Beach, and of course I didn't believe anything that he had put out, but he's funny.
I
His
used
reactions stuff are funny.
I used to believe his stuff when I first watched it. I was like, this is crazy. And then
Yeah,
he's not. He's fake.
yeah. So I know he's fake. I know Mo Sargi's fake,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they're entertaining.
They are
So, yeah.
very, very entertaining.
And that's why I enjoy watching them because they're just entertaining.
Hmm.
But as far as Sylvan Beach, yeah, I'd like to go there, but I haven't had a chance to do that one either. And it's really not too far from me. But again, if I knew they were there, I would have showed up.
Hmm.
I would have purposely hopped in the truck and drove out there
For sure.
and said, "Oh, you guys are full of crap,"
Well, he lives down here in my neck of the woods. He's like,
right?
I think he's like an hour away from me.
Oh, okay.
I think he's up in like Brooksville, something like that. I've always thought about riding up that way, see if I could see him and be like, hey man, why do you fake your stuff, dude? Like, just do real investigations. But
Right.
like you said earlier, people just they get that first taste of getting 100,000 views on a video, and they're like, all right, I know what to do now.
Yeah, they got to keep it high energy because that's what they're attracting is the younger audience, and
Yeah.
so they're
sure.
daredevils. They do this crazy stuff, and that's if they want to keep making the money roll in, they've got to do what they've got to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, so it's. But then when you get other ones that I love a lot of the UK paranormal groups, but then
Mhm.
you get oh god, it was Beardo calls them the tit. That Lee,
Oh yeah.
terrible, just terrible. And
Yeah.
and I get so frustrated, I can't watch it because I get so angry.
Hmm.
And and he's even had people say, "Well, let us come in and help you out." Oh, no, 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 and
Yeah, because
yeah.
he doesn't want people knowing he's faking.
exactly. And they're all in on it. His wife, the daughter, they're all in on it. So
It's Is he the guy that they for like that 2 week period? It was the Candlegate thing with
yeah,
the
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
uh, I know what you're talking about.
And I believed it was magnets. Come on, because I have those tea lights here. You could do that. So it's I think everybody was doing those experiments. Okay, Bill. So yeah, Jason Hawes was Ghost Hunters in 2013. Okay. So yeah, I just don't remember seeing that one. Pinky says, my very first paranormal page on YouTube that I ever watched was the twins. Oh no. Yeah.
Oh no!
Those are another two that drive me insane.
Oh man, yeah, you ain't
Entertaining.
lying. Yeah.
But the thing is with the hair, I just want to know, what's he trying to be like? What's her name there from the 101 Dalmatians?
Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, because he wears the big fur coat and he's got the black and white hair. And I think Cruella de Vil. What is the story behind?
Mhm.
But yeah, again, but they're the ones that they're making the money, and good for them. Good for them.
Yeah, good for him. Honestly, the only thing I wish they would do is just put for entertainment purposes, and then it's fair game. You can do whatever you
Right.
want. Do whatever you want.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sisters of Mercy says, I won't even watch. Look at that guy's channel. I hear you on that one. And she knows only because of Beardo. When he did the thing with the SLS camera, I'm sorry. Even I downloaded that app to try it out, debunk it, see how it works. And I know it was made for gaming specifically. So it's not made for the paranormal.
Yeah.
But when he does the videos, I'm sorry. You can't not help but laugh. I die laughing watching that. Because they're doing the weirdest crap, and the ghost and the ghost. I'm thinking, oh my god. I do another show with Carla on Sundays. You've probably seen it, Jared, the Chick Chat, and we were doing some of those, and all I could do is laugh because it's just like a perverted ghost show. I just horrible.
Well, that equipment is meant to search out for human shapes.
Right. but it's anything that it can put together as a human form, it will.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
I've tried it. Like I did it one time, and I was in my bathroom, and my
Mhm.
husband's robe was hanging on the back of the door. It
Yep.
mapped it out.
Yep.
It mapped out something that I had on a stand in the bathroom. It
Yep.
wouldn't map out my cat,
Mhm. Exactly.
which I found was interesting. It wouldn't map out the cat.
Mhm.
But that's what it is. It's supposed to map out whatever it could make into a human shape. I've done it, and I've taken it to cemeteries, and like every other stone, it was mapping out all these little midget stick people
Mhm.
doing these freaky dances, and you laugh, but you've got to test it out.
Well, now they have where people's Teslas. They're taking Tesla trucks out
Oh
to. You
yes.
seen that? Yeah. Yeah. Same thing. Same ordeal.
Um, Actually, I think Bill can explain how that works because that's not meant to do that either. Yeah, freaking out over a couple of stick figures humping each other. Yes, yes, that's what it is. It makes me laugh.
Yeah. Mhm.
Freaking funny.
I've had stains on walls in haunted locations that come up as stick figures. You
Yeah.
know, like I don't
If
believe that.
he could pull it together in any form to make that shape, it will. But
Yes.
it's all just BS, and people suck it right up. Because I've had arguments. Oh no, that's real. I go, no, it's not.
Mhm.
The Steph Perverted Ghost Show, sign me up. You got it. Let's see. Cree says, I think there is different types of teams out there, and they don't think it's entertainment only. They think it's all real. They don't debunk because they want the adrenaline rush. Yeah. Um, Now there is one team. Oh God, I don't even remember. Is it Ghost Theory? I think they're a UK, a couple of guys, if I remember right. I'm probably saying the wrong name, so I'm sorry if I am. But yeah, they're runners. When they go in there and they scream and they run out the door. But uh, I think people are on the fence about them. About if are they, falsifying stuff to make it look good. But it's a lot of screaming and running and that kind of thing. But as far as I haven't heard yet if they've outright been caught.
I that name sounds familiar to me, and I think
Yeah,
Beardo has called him out. I think
has he?
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm not sure. Let's see. Pinky says the Tesla truck in the cemetery was Kalani Ghost Hunter. He does
Okay.
more food reviews in the
Yep.
UK these days. Okay, yeah. Well, Omar did it as well.
Oh,
So
he
that he
did.
was picking up stuff on his Tesla, and I'm thinking, wait a minute here. Is it? Can you actually do that with that car? I don't know.
Somehow they get it to do it. I don't know if it fits the same system as kind of like a SLS camera where it's trying to pick out human shape.
Right.
I don't know. But they do it. They sure do it.
Let's see, Project Fear started off many years ago trying to answer how fear affects you when it comes to the paranormal. It was actually quite interesting. Yes,
Yep.
because you've got people that if something like that happens to them, they're frozen or they're horrified and it bothers them for like their whole lives.
Yep.
Where you've got the other end of the spectrum where people like, me and Jared, my sister, and people, they're like, what? All right, what the hell was that? First, you're scared, you're startled.
Yeah,
But then you're
exactly.
charging after it saying, okay, bullshit, I want to know what that was.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Was it a raccoon or was it, a homeless person or was it my mind playing tricks on me? So kind of like Seg when he went out with Joe and them, and I loved it. I forget exactly where they were. It was in a hospital, I believe. And something dark went across at the end of the hallway. Seg just took right off down the hall.
Oh, that was Brushy Mountain. I remember that.
Was it? Okay. Yep.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I'm like, all right, finally.
Mm-hmm. That's the way it should be. Go after it.
Go get it.
I love Seg, man. He tells you how it is, and I respect that.
And I loved it. And I'm glad that even though people say, or they claim that he's not a believer, but he's on the fence to be open to believe. So that's why he goes. He wants them to prove to him he wants to have that experience.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, he's got some brass balls, that's for sure. Gotta love it. Okay, Jared, what is your plans for the future for Man versus Ghost?
Plans for the future is I want to travel into newer locations, and I'd like to revisit some older locations because I really think going to a location multiple times is going to help you produce better evidence and give you a better understanding of what the location is. Man vs. Ghost isn't going anywhere. I'm going to be making videos. It's been a little bit more spread out because I'm a carpenter, like I said in the beginning, so work is crazy down here in Florida from all the hurricanes. But y'all keep an eye out on Man vs. Ghost because I want y'all to come along with me as I go into all these new locations.
Fantastic. Yeah, 'tis the season for home repair.
It is. It is.
My husband's very busy.
It's quite busy right now.
Right. So let's see. Leanne says cars with proximity detectors pick up movement and objects around them. Prius, Audi, Subaru, and others do it. I've seen it with my car and I can't explain it.
Huh.
Oh, okay. See, I don't have one of those, so I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't either.
So I just actually want to just test drive one of those cars, because it's supposed to go really, really fast.
Yeah.
So let's just get in it, take it for a hot rod ride, and then we could. Oh, I'll think about it.
I'd probably put mud and tires on mine and put a four-wheel drive on it.
I don't see that doing well.
No, it would not.
Even the rolling garbage can, that's what I call the truck.
Mm-hmm.
That is just the ugliest thing on wheels, and you can't do anything with it. I watched a video where they were testing the hauling capability, the hitch, and they were putting weight on the hitch, and it eventually it broke off.
It broke?
It broke off.
Oh my God.
I said, yeah, that's quality work.
I could believe in that though. That sounds about
What the
right.
hell are you gonna haul with that?
Oh my
when we
goodness.
went for a truck one time and we saw this beautiful Chevy because my husband's a Chevy guy, and it was gorgeous. And because we wanted to haul a boat, in a camper and whatever. And the guy goes, "Oh no, you don't haul with this truck."
What?
And we're like, "What? No, this is just a cruising truck." And I think I'm going to be spending almost $80,000 just to drive around and look good. What, you lost your mind? I told the guy, "You're crazy."
That's not what a truck's for. A truck is for hauling and getting dirty and getting mud on it.
I said, "Well, that's worthless to us." Like I said, my husband's a contractor, so yeah, he's got shit in the back of the truck. You're hauling wood and all this stuff. What the hell are we gonna do with this fancy, pretty truck and it was huge, and you can only cruise in it. Yeah, get out of here.
I love meeting the people who have trucks and their truck bed is brand new, and I'm like, truck bed's meant to be hauling stuff, putting stuff in there. And people are like, "Oh no, I don't want to scratch it up." Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can't say that about ours. It's got paint all over it, everything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
See, Piggy says we can't even import Cybertrucks to New Zealand because they won't pass our safety standards. Oh my God. Well, there you go. It tells you how great that is.
Wow. New Zealand for the win.
And there you go. She said our Ford Ranger can haul a big heavy load, not a problem. Because Ford was made for that.
Amen.
Everybody breaks about, "Oh, you don't like this, you don't like this. This is junk." All vehicles have their own set of problems. I don't care what it is.
Except for the Toyota Tundra. That thing does not have any issues. I've had it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's amazing.
A tough little truck.
Mm-hmm.
I know somebody that had one. The body would rot out before the thing would shut. I mean, it's still going.
Yeah. I got 400,000 miles on it, and it's still going.
Yeah, there you go. See,
still
so
going.
That tells you something.
Still going.
But yeah, that's what Fords were made for. It was a farm vehicle.
Yeah.
So you expected to do the hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. In the Northeast, they rot. And everything rots. What are you gonna
Mhm.
do?
Yeah, I took
What?
my car last year out west, and I was driving on a lot of snow and salt, and now my bottom of my car is rotting out.
Yes, sir.
You know, no
And see,
cars
that's
down
the
here do
thing.
that.
We use the liquid salt, and no matter how much you wash it, it does not come off.
Oh my goodness, I'm paying
So
for it now.
yeah, it's eating up your baby.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you spend almost $100,000 on a truck and you live in this area where they use that stuff? And I mean, my
Mm-hmm.
husband's always at the car wash, and ours is starting to rust now. So it's
Yep.
awful. It's just awful crap.
Yep. You don't ever
So
see
there,
that down here in Florida when you go and buy like a used vehicle. We don't have an issue with that. Like
right?
rusted chassis or anything like that.
Yeah, because you don't use what we use here. Yeah,
No, yeah.
Bill said brine. That's what it is. It's a liquid brine that they spray on the roads, and it's there all year, even in the summertime. It's still on the road. And
Really?
you're driving around, and yeah, your vehicles, it could be caked on there, and you could scrub the shit out of it, and it's still eating it up. So it's crazy to spend that kind of money on a vehicle and up here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So,
100%. Seems like there would be a better method to helping melt the ice, but I guess salt's the
right.
best way.
Well, here down in the villages and in the city, it's the salt.
Hmm.
Further up on the mountain, they use sand.
Oh, okay.
So why don't they just use sand everywhere? But the problem is then your front yard turns into a beach.
I think I've seen the sand out west, like in like mountain towns.
Yeah.
They use
It's
that
just
on the road.
yeah. And then they just have to in the spring they got to go around and scoop up all the sand
Yeah.
because it just piles up on everybody's lawn. But I'd rather have that than the salt
Oh
because
yeah,
it just
100%.
eats up the the porches on the houses.
Hmm.
It's just a hot mess. It's terrible crap.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see. In Canada they use a sand mixture of some kind. Yeah, I wish they would get rid of the salt. It's not good, but that's
Hmm.
New York for you. That's the way they go. Okay, guys. Thanks for all hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Please remember to subscribe to Man versus Ghost. He's going to have some great stuff coming. Looking forward to seeing it all. Jared, I want to thank you for joining us. I hope you had a great time
I,
for your first time around.
I did.
And
Thank you.
good. And we'll be having you on again after you have some more adventures. And hopefully my camera will be working then.
Yay.
Woo! So that you can see my beautiful face.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
but until then, guys, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe to everybody in the chat as well. Everybody's got some great channels. Let's help get those numbers up. I appreciate all the numbers that I got and all the help I got, and we just need to pay it forward. And also remember, the magazine will be out in a few days, the new issue. So keep an eye out for that. And also, if you get a chance, stop by my merch shop, check it out. Tell me what you think, if you like it or if you don't. Let me know. I'd like some feedback on some of the stuff that I put on there. Until then, guys, remember to have a great evening and to live life a little bit on the raw side.